What's up, NASCAR Heat 2 fans? David Land here, and welcome to the chase for the Truck Series Championship. Now, before we get into our race at New Hampshire and then moving on to our race at Las Vegas, there are quite a few cool new features to take a look at that came in the most recent patch for NASCAR Heat 2, which affect career mode. The first thing we're going to take a look at is changing the flags from relaxed yellow to strict yellow. Hopefully that means when the AI screw up, or of course more in the more likely case I screw up, the yellows will come out when they are applicable. So there we go. We'll save our changes for that. And obviously talking specifically about the championship chase, this is the chase grid at the moment. Christopher Bell has the most playoff points, 11, no, whatever that is, like 9 ahead of me at the moment. Of course, it's really not a big swing, but obviously we're going to want to outdo Christopher Bell. Again, we are, we're not in the drop zone by any stretch of the imagination. Gragson and Cindric are the guys on the outside looking in at the moment, but of course, after one race, that could change. The next thing we need to take a look at is the rival system. A lot of people were interested in this, and I don't remember the last time I showed it off. So we've got 3 rivals, Bell, Cindric, and Snyder. 2 of those drivers are in the chase. The other one is not. Austin Hill hates me. Duzat hates me. Pretty much, there's a lot of people mad at me as we go down through the rest of the field. Of course, folks pointed out that Brandon Brown, the reason he's not mad at me is because we've never really raced each other. So that will do that. And then the final thing we're going to take a look at is the stats page. And we can pretty much exclusively congratulate What If Racing for getting this into the game. I know this was one of his big, major points that he's been banging home in many of his videos, many of his rants. And hey, look, they listen to What If Racing. We've got stats in the game. So, I mean, this is pretty awesome because I can see that I've got 12 wins. As you can see, my incredible Xfinity Series record, 7 of 8 victories, or 7 of 8 races I have taken a victory. And, of course, we've got 5 wins in the Camping World Truck Series out of 24 races. 16 of those races have been in the top 10. So, let's see what we can do at Loudon. It's a track that I was not a big fan of in NASCAR Heat Evolution, or really NASCAR 15. So I'm hoping I do a little bit better in a truck. So here we are at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, a 1-mile oval, flat track. Generally that would say, oh yeah, I'm going to do fine here. Of course, this is kind of a similar track to Gateway in that respect, and I wasn't too bad there. But, man, I just think New Hampshire's a bugaboo track. Again, this is going to be about survival for this race in this round, and we'll just see how I go. Let's see how we qualify first. Well, I wasn't sure at all how to drive this truck on this track, and I feel like this is going to be a really bad lap. Well, we 16th, so I guess that's part of the patch there. If you actually do run a decent lap, you will qualify okay, and I qualified okay. The pole position went to John Hunter Nemechek, of course, one of those drivers in the chase. So we've got a lot of positions to make up. Let's see what we can do. All right, here we are, starting 16th at Loudon, New Hampshire. Green is out. We are racing and going down the nice long front straightaway here. Of course, I believe this is a symmetrical racetrack in terms of the fact that the straightaways are exactly the same length, the corners are exactly the same length. As we run this very outside groove there, didn't really work the way I would have anticipated, unfortunately. And as we, whoa, that's almost wrecking Regan Smith. Looks like, hey, that's pretty cool. We've got a green logo next, or a green highlight on our name. Does that mean that the chase drivers have a highlight on them, on their number? If that's the case, that is very cool. And I don't know if that was in the base game or if that was something that they added in a patch, but that's cool. That's really cool. Of course, we know the people who are in the chase, so we'll have to take a look once we get up to a chase driver. Kind of struggling here at the moment. Really drive it off into turn 3 there. Was maybe a little bit ambitious through there, trying to drive around the outside of Nemechek. Of course, Joe Nemechek, John Hunter, is on the pole. or at least running up at the front of the field at the moment. 11 laps to go in stage 1. Of course, we've got enough fuel to make it to the end easily of the first stage, and we'll be pitting at the end of it. As it seems like, oh, the truck, I've loosened it up, but it still seems to be pushing off of the corner. Ooh, as we just locked the brakes up, got it all sorts of squirrely and out of shape going into turn 3. Nemechek again to the inside. Okay, we're going to try to get to the bottom here. We're going to try to cut off Tommy Joe Martins here. And we're going to try to sneak into the inside of Joe Nemechek, which we're going to be able to do. And then on the apron, not really where I want to be. That was good, well and good to run down there in Heat Evolution when this track drove like a dirt track. But it doesn't anymore. It's got some grip in it. It feels quite nice. But that grip ultimately means that there's a lot of time to be found. And yes, Christopher Bell has a highlight on his number or his placement in the race. So there you go. The Chase drivers are highlighted for our convenience, which is pretty awesome, especially for somebody who, of course, records these videos for YouTube. You know, that'll help you guys, the viewers, to know where the Chase drivers are running relative to me, at least in terms of how, if they're in that kind of 5-car bracket. As we get in here behind Austin Wayne Self, one of the drivers who is quite cross with me, as we know. We're going to try to work our way. It's actually Christopher Bell who has fallen back here, which is kind of interesting, considering he's the championship leader as we speak. Of course, points as they run probably would reflect a different scenario, but we were coming into this race first and second, and look at that, he's got a round of 8 thing on top of his name tag. That is good job, 704. This, I'll tell you, that's pretty cool. That's cool right there, man, as Kyle Petty would say. But yeah, that's good game design. That's very helpful. Obviously, if you were a casual person, if you don't know all the drivers, but you're in the Chase anyway, you would know who you're racing. And here we go. We are racing Christopher Bell. We're going to try to get around him. It's going to be tough. It seems like, again, the AI have been improved, like they said. Again, this patch is like, it's almost like playing a different game. It's like playing a better version of NASCAR Heat 2. They've really improved it. As we get up into the wall there, that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. We've got 6 laps to go in the stage. We're not going to get any stage points, I don't think, which you kind of need in this chase or playoff, I guess you could say, format. But it would be advantageous in the very least to at least get around Christopher Bell so we don't have to do it on the next restart. Kind of slide the truck in. But like I said previously, this race is not as important as Las Vegas will be. It's more going to be about survival, getting the truck to the end of the race, gaining as many positions as we can. And then once we get to Las Vegas, I think it's going to get a little bit more serious, at least in terms of the fact that, hey, you know, we can finish well at Las Vegas. The 1.5 miles seems to be the kind of tracks that my truck works very well on. And again, as we get later and later into this run, it seems like Christopher Bell's starting to come into our clutches a little bit. Cody Coughlin just ahead. Of course, he's not a part of this Chase battle, so we don't have to worry about him. But again, the leader in the championship, the guy we need to get around sooner rather than later, as we try to run a very low line there through 1 and 2 and do not get a very good exit. Bell's going to the inside of Coughlin, and you can just see the acceleration they got. So clearly, we need to kind of back the corner up a little bit to really get the effective run off. Still not very good. Not very good off of turn number 3. And Christopher Bell will get around Coughlin. 3 laps to go in the stage. In fact, we are right where we qualified. I hadn't even realized that, but yeah, we are stuck in 16th position. Haven't moved up, haven't moved down. Let's see what we can do here. Working into turn 3. Maybe can get underneath Coughlin here. Might need to use him up just a little bit. Ooh, that was close. I don't know if we actually made contact, but I certainly put the fear of God into Coughlin, and then I got in the wall, and that is going to kill my exit. Regan Smith, who we got into very early in the race, almost turned around. Thankfully, I think we're going to be able to keep Smith behind us, at least for now. So we're going to pull off at turn number 2, right up in front of Regan Smith. Come on, come on, come on. This is not where I wanted to be championship-wise, as we get the truck kind of sliding down into the corner. And again, right down next to the white line, and off the corner we go. So we've got 1 lap to go on the stage, and again, mired in 16th. So we're going to have to try to do it. Whoa, and Smith got up into the outside wall there. I looked in the rear view mirror and I saw Smith up into the outside wall. So blown tire perhaps, no caution. Obviously the last lap of a stage, I don't think they're going to throw a caution before that. Wouldn't make too much sense. As we're going to work around the final corner of the lap, we're going to take 16th in the stage. Not amazing, not amazing. So we're going to be able to get in the pits here, make some adjustments. Obviously, well, the repairs, 6 seconds. We might as well do it. 2 cans, 4 tires, and fuel. Everything's where it should be. We remain 16th, which is good. So clearly our team sledgehammer work is up to par. Ready to go back to racing. Bell just ahead of us. Let's see if we can get a better restart this time than we did on the initial start. Coughlin's going to make that difficult down to the inside. Slide the truck just a little bit. Try to work down to the inside, get a good exit. We're going to use the apron to get the truck turned. Oh, that's close. That was close with Cody Coughlin. I really took a risk there. We'll get off in it. Wow, we really sent it off into turn 3. Again, use Cody Coughlin has a steering aid, but I got around him, so we've cleared Bell and Coughlin, and now we're kind of launched up into this battle here with Todd Gilliland. Wow. The truck is incredibly loose. And now we're in with Cindric here. And Briscoe. I think both of those drivers are in the chase, as well as Crafton. So a lot of guys up here. If we can get around Young and Yaley. Whoa. Well, there's some of that NASCAR Heat Evolution physics as we kind of start sliding the truck through the corners, but really get a good run on Young off of turn number 4. And now in behind Cindric and a whole host of chasers up here to battle with as we start using the bottom of the track to try to get the truck turned. But Cindric gets a really good run off, and that's going to allow both Yaley and Young to look but not be able to pass because we're able to drive it in pretty deep here. The truck just giving me a little bit of grief in the center of the corner. But we're able to drive off pretty nicely, crossing the line with 7 laps to go in the stage. But we're up in the stage points, so that's good. Even though, unfortunately, then all these guys ahead of us have been able to double down on stage points throughout this race. This will be our first taste of the stage points. But if we can get past these guys, we can kind of make up a little bit more ground as we work to the outside of Matt Crafton. Crafton gets a little bit loose there. We're going to work up behind Ben Rhodes, Cindric, Briscoe, all these guys. Part of the chase. As we get in behind Rhodes. Cindric driving me up in the wall. We get into Rhodes there. That may have been a little bit of... ooh, this is some anger from Cindric. Remember, he's a rival, so he's going to not race us very cleanly. As you would expect, as Cindric works his way down to the bottom, trying to take that line away from me as best he can. As we work our way, whoop, there, a little bit of a slide again on the top of the track. And just try to get it off the corner. Now, see, we lost all that momentum when Cindric put us up in the wall, and then we hit into Rhodes. That screwed me for now. We're going to go way up in the, way out, extreme outside groove. And we're going to try to cut down. Not going to happen yet. I'm hoping some of these guys can slow each other up just a little bit. That's all I need. Well, there we go. There's maybe a mistake from Crafton. We're going to get down on the apron. Use Crafton up a little bit, trying to come off the corner. Not going to happen yet. Crafton comes back down into me. Still contact. Down the straightaway. 4 laps to go in the stage. And we're going to pass. We're going to get a 2-for-1 deal on the BKR trucks. Not going to happen. Briscoe gave me a little bit of a shot there. Well, it was really me giving Briscoe a shot, and Crafton gets back through. Oh, that was disappointing. So to the outside we go. We'll try to cut down underneath Crafton. Down on the flat part of the track. Not quite working that time through. I didn't call him Ryan Briscoe, did I? I think I've been calling him Chase Briscoe, but I just kind of was running through the last couple lines in my head that I had said. And I felt like I called him Ryan Briscoe. I'm sorry if I called Chase Briscoe Ryan Briscoe. But regardless, one of the Briscoes is underneath me, and he's trying to pass me. I'm going to try to get him back around the outside, in which we are going to be able to do. Noah Gragson is also a chaser. In fact, I don't think any of these people aren't chasers. I think even Friesen's a chaser, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to find out here in just a second if Crafton can get around. But suddenly, Cindric has passed most of these guys as we've got 2 laps to go in the stage. We're going to get around Gragson. No, it's Friesen is not a chaser. He's just a really fast. Oh, so we use Gragson up a little bit down the back straightaway. And send it off into turn number 3. Try to follow Crafton underneath Friesen. Friesen doesn't need those stage points, but we certainly do. And now Gragson's going to get a run off of turn number 2, or turn 4, excuse me. And he couldn't quite get there. In fact, I blocked him so that Chase Briscoe is able to get back through and up into 9th place. Because we're going to try to chase Friesen out of the corner. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to outbrake him going into 3 if we want 7th place. And those stage points that would go with them. We're going to send it up the inside. That was a desperation move, but I managed to be ahead of Friesen at the moment. We're going to use him up off the corner. No love lost there. I think we're going to beat Friesen to the line for 7th in the stage. Woo! Get them playoff points. 4 playoff points. In fact, that was probably really beneficial because I probably outpointed a lot of these other guys by doing that. So, 18 laps remaining in the race, 8 laps remaining on the fuel. We're going to pit. There's a 1-second thing for repairs, so we're going to do that. 4 tires, 2 cans of fuel. And we're back to 24th. That's weird. How did that happen? I wonder if everybody like short fill or something? What's going on here? Well, we've got 18 laps of fuel remaining. I guess everybody's short filled. That's annoying. Well, we'll drive around the outside. This may certainly be a bugaboo race for sure, unless we can really make a truck work on the outside here. Remember, Snyder's a rival as well, so I'm expecting some problems there. I had to race him tough, though. Snyder's not competition as far as I'm concerned. We've got to get around these guys. We need the points. We don't really want to be fighting too hard at Vegas. So we're working our way around the outside of Bell, Coughlin. I guess the outside is the place to be right now. I probably prefer to be on the inside. I felt like I was able to make up more time down there. Well, I guess we'll get down to the inside this time. Whoa, wow, that was, well, I got to the inside all right. A little more inside than I really want to do. As we bounce off of Joe Nemechek there and move up back to 16th, so we're where we qualified. And slide it down into turn 1. At least we've got Briscoe, a chaser, just ahead. It's beneficial, again, we just need to outdo 2 chasers a race. That's really what we need to do if we want points in, at least in this race for sure. So, absolutely sliding it in and getting around Briscoe. Briscoe's going to be very upset with me. He's going to get back through. But we need to pass Briscoe with 12 laps to go. I think we're going to have an opportunity here as Gilliland's going to be a little bit difficult with us, but I think Briscoe's not where he needs to be. And we're going to pass him without too much more drama. And now working our way off into turn number 1, and turn number 3. Trying to get around Regan Smith. Todd Gilliland making it a little bit difficult on the inside. Smith slow off of turn 4. Going to shove him down the main straightaway. We're going to try to sneak in the inside. Yes, we can, but that was like just, I don't know where I'm going. Noah Gragson is the next truck to pass as Smith works around the outside once again. So it turns from Gragson being the next truck to pass to 2 trucks we need to pass, with Smith just ahead. And Smith very slow off into turn 3. In fact, kind of threw me off my game just a little bit there. Had to bounce off the outside wall. Not what we want to be doing. I think I've got a really good run on Smith this time. I think we will be easily around Smith. No problemo there. And now we set our sights on Gragson again. Every chaser we pass is a nice little bit of a cushion going into Vegas. Which I can't remember if it's an elimination race or not. Well, I guess we'll find out in Vegas. At least when we get to the menu screen after this. But regardless, points are on the line, and that's what we need to be focusing on right now, as we've got 9 laps to go in the race. Send it off into turn number 1. Can't quite get down to the inside of Yaley. Gonna try. Not yet. Not yet. Send it off again. Oh, that's contact with Yaley. Oh, that may be a yellow. Is he going to save it? He saves it. I'm not sure if I would have preferred a yellow to come out there or not. Damage not too bad after the contact. We've got Truex, a teammate, just ahead of us. Hey, Shiggy, I'd love some team orders right now. He's not in the championship fight. Can we get him out of the way? Blue flags. Well, the blue flags. Bell and Gragson, though, are just ahead. So, again, Bell's going to be one of the main guys I need to pass. So, of course, he's got me beat at the moment with his playoff points. As we work off of the corner. And trouble for Crafton. Trouble for Matt Crafton. He's slow. Very slow. In fact, he's 32nd. What on earth happened to Matt Crafton? I'm not sure, but he pulls off the track. Trouble for Matt Crafton. One of the chase contenders out of the race. So rip Matt Crafton's chances as Noah Gragson gets kind of outside a little bit there. It almost looked like Truex was going to sneak to the inside of him. Oh, is it going to happen here? Come on, Truex. Give your teammate a little bit of help here, bud. I need it. Well, he's going to get around Gragson. So that means we're up past 2 chasers, Briscoe and Crafton. And now we're making the move to try to get around 3. And bouncing off of Gragson. Little bit of rough stuff, but hey, you know what? Got to do it. Got to do it with 5 to go. Truex is kind of being my battering ram right now. Hey, well, Gragson works his way back to the outside. He's fighting back. Gragson trying. He's going to get back to the outside and pass me. So Noah Gragson goes back around. Really got a little bit more straight line speed in that KBM truck. And dive up the inside. A little bit of argy-bargy side by side. Beating and banging. And there we go. We'll pass Gragson that time. We're clearly faster in 3 and 4, maybe slower than in 1 and 2. As Truex works to the inside of Bell. Well, it won't really matter all that much if Truex doesn't get out of the way. If he just keeps clearing the path for me. We're going to move up and block Gragson off of turn number 2 there. And Truex has passed Bell. Whoa, and I downshifted accidentally there. That was a mistake. I was just hitting the brake pedal. I must have tapped the gear shift there. Thankfully, I didn't blow up the engine or completely spin my truck out. That would have been a major mistake. We're going to work our way down next to the yellow line. Gragson again looking and not able to get there yet. We're going to just keep the truck on the straight and narrow at the moment. Only 140 miles an hour down the straightaway. Working the truck into turns 3 and 4. This is my best corner on the racetrack. Well, he says that, as I almost hit the wall there and didn't really gain that much more on Gragson. We've got 2 laps to go, so 2 laps to gain 1.5 seconds on Christopher Bell and work our way up into 7th, but more importantly, up past another chase contender, as again, Gragson all over the back of me. The battle is for the 8th position, and Gragson falls way off the pace there. Way off the pace. Maybe he was back in the corner up trying to get a run on to the straightaway on me. Not going to happen this time as we cross the line. 1 lap to go in the race. I got very loose going in. Gragson looking to the outside. Oh boy, here comes Gragson. Here comes Gragson. We're going to get into him just a little bit. We're going to have to get into turn 3 better than Gragson. This is not what I wanted to see. As we absolutely send it off into turn 3, we're going to get side by side. Here we go. Using him up a little bit. Crowd's going wild. Gragson down to the inside. We're going to try to wreck Gragson. Not going to happen. Oh no, 9th place. Not quite what we needed. So 9th place, Hunter Nemechek took the victory, so he's locked into the next round as he can go down through the rest of the field, see where everybody shook out. Crafton last and 8 laps down. So let's take a look at, I believe we got money coming in now. Probably not too good. And then of course we're going to have to take a look here at the points. As in the standings, we are 4th, so those playoff points certainly helped us. And in fact, Hunter Nemechek's not even in the chase, so never mind. That means Rhodes takes the points lead over Infinger, Bell, and then me. The 2 BKR trucks are in. Gragson out at the moment, and of course Crafton on the outside looking in for sure after finishing last in this one. So we scored some points. We got some requirements for our incentive contract. But we got to get a win here at Las Vegas to really solidify ourselves into the chase. Now, real quick, we need to take a look here because I need to know what we're getting ourselves into. Schedule-wise, round of 8. Okay, we got 1 more round to go, so it's Talladega. So, generally speaking, we need to win at Las Vegas. So, let's head there. So, here we are at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, ready to race for the chase. We need a win. 1.5 milers are our strength, so let's get to it. So I was flat out pretty much the entire way around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to take the cheater line here to cross the line, and we take 21st, so not an amazing qualifying effort from us, but hey, it's not last. The pole sitter is Truex, so good for him, taking at least at the moment a little bit of points away from those other guys in the chase. So here we go, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. All right, starting P21 here at Las Vegas, ready to race in the second round, or the second race of the first round of the chase. And the race is on. So obviously we're the back of the pack in terms of the chase contenders at the moment, so we're going to have to move our way up. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a pack race because of the fact that, again, these trucks produce so much downforce. They're underpowered a bit, so it's going to be a lot of flat-out racing in this contest. As we get in behind Quaffle here, going to push his line up underneath Infinger, who I think, yes, he's second in the chase right now, so we need to get underneath him as we're going to go all the way to the bottom of the track, try to get a little bit of separation here, not able to work too much yet. Whoa, that was close with... What a save that was. What a save that was. Austin Wayne Self and myself. Ha ha ha. Got in a little too much of a tizzy there. I'm going to try to work around the outside of Self. Around the outside of Friesen here. Good, really good run here. Oh, Bell, do not screw me. Well, we're going to go to the outside of Bell now. 5 laps to go in the stage, so clearly a very short stage. We're going to work the outside Larson lane. Can we make it work here? Not quite, not quite, not quite. But I think we'll get Infinger here. And then up into Gragson and Bell territory. A couple more chasers. Again, to the outside we go. around the outside of Quaffle. Okay, so once the field's starting to spread out, we're starting to get that really nice run around the outside. Able to keep the truck in the groove. And here we go. Can we get Christopher Bell? Oh, yeah, we can. Look at that. Oh, man, I had such a run on him. I ran him over going down the main straightaway here. Out of the outside. Can we get 2 for 1? Deal? No. No, no, no. Not yet. But Christopher Bell remains side by side with us. He's going to try to make it 3 wide. Hey, I'm going to try to make it 4 wide. Why not? Oh, we almost wrecked Regan Smith again. Well, this is the wreck Regan Smith race. He's trying to lose it. Oh, contact with Regan Smith. There's the Loudon winner, John Hunter Nemechek. Somehow didn't manage to make it into the chase despite being one of the dominant trucks throughout the season. Just going to work our way to the outside, try to get around these guys. We put 1 truck between us and Christopher Bell. It's J.J. Yaley. Now behind John Hunter, going to try to get to the inside, swing all the way down to the inside of Smith as well. This was ill-advised. Oh, thankfully Smith saw me down there. And now Myatt Snyder. Oh, look at that. Little bit of a fade on me there. Not sure if that's some anger or what. But here we go. So behind Austin Hill and Ross Chastain. Going to try to get as well past the chaser of Matt Crafton. We work our way in behind Hill, working our way up behind Chastain. Try to get that run. Hill's out of the draft, so you would assume that we'll be able to work our way around the outside. Around Chastain we go. Bouncing off of Chastain we go. Bit of a mistake there by me. But I think we may be able to clear Chastain. Ooh, that was close with Crafton. I can't say I was clear. Wasn't listening to the spotter. In behind Crafton. Chastain got a big run down the inside, so we got 1 lap to go in the stage. Get some more stage points, shall we? To the outside we go. Trying to work our way around Chastain. And behind Crafton. Oh man, Chastain has got a lot of speed down there on the inside. But we've got some grip in the corner. We're going to bounce off of Crafton and actually get around him. That's how you side draft there, kids. Just completely wreck the guy going through the corner as we are going to take the checks in the stage. 6th spot. So now it gets interesting because we have 5 laps left of fuel. With the yellow, I would assume the stage is going to be about 5 laps. Everybody is pitting, so I assume we're going to need to pit as well. We're going to just stay on the strategy that the leaders are at the moment, and we're going to see where that puts us. So 6th. Cody Coughlin and Ryan Truex are up in the mix. They are not chasers. The other 4 drivers are. So those are the guys we are racing. But of course, the idea is to win the race outright. And yeah, 8 laps in this stage. So yeah, it was a good idea to come into the pits because I would have never made it. That would have been a terrible stage strategy and all that nonsense. Crafton gets the inside. Christopher Bell making... Wow. It's the big one. Christopher Bell just absolutely wrecked me going into the corner. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Decisions. I'm going to stay out. Despite the fact that the truck is damaged, somehow Christopher Bell's managed to stay ahead. I'm not sure how that works in any universe, but here we go. Back to the racing we go. Shifting up through the gears. 5 laps to go on the stage. Bell's truck is looking very worse for wear after the big wreck. My truck is damaged the whole way around. That's probably going to hurt it on this restart, so stage points are going to be at a premium, I think, for us this time, which is very disappointing. So we're going to work our way around Chastain. Well, maybe not. Look at this run. We get to the outside. Around Noah Gragson we go. Continuing to work. Not a big fan of Christopher Bell at the moment, so I tried to get around him. Going to give him a little bit more of a shot going down into the corner. To the outside we go. I think Gragson's going to get back to the inside, which he indeed does. That's obnoxious. So we're right now out of the stage points. We'll work our way to the outside of Gragson, try to get there. Very fast run here. Crafton decides to get out of my way. I appreciate that. But that also means he gets into the draft of Bell. who for some reason is still able to draft despite the fact that his hood is literally peeled back like a tomato soup can. And Gregson's still just making it very difficult for me to get around. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Getting in behind Gregson. Chastain looking to the outside. And we're going to work around the outside of Gregson and possibly Crafton. We're going to use John Hunter Nemechek, hopefully as a drafting partner here to pull us ahead. And Hunter Nemechek decides, hey, you know what? I don't want to help you out. I want to help out Matt Crafton. Whatever, 2 laps to go on the stage. We are up in the stage points. That's what we need to be doing right now as the truck a little bit unstable going through the middle of 1 and 2. We're going to sneak in behind Crafton, get a little bit of draft. Gregson at least is out of the picture in terms of his run at the moment as Crafton kind of gets blocked there by Hunter Nemechek. We're going to work to the outside of Crafton. Crafton, I think, maybe is going to sneak back to the inside. It's going to be real close as we cross the line. I think we were ahead of Crafton that time around. So we're going to really try a different line there. Maybe a little too wide, but we'll see what the run is like out of the corner. As we get in here behind Crafton. Crafton taking a very defensive line down to the inside. I think, like I said, this is the this is the last lap in the stage. So maximum stage points we can go for is passing John Hunter Nemechek, but I think it may only be Crafton, and it may not be Crafton as we're going to bounce off each other coming to the line, but it's going to be Crafton getting there first. We'll take 10th and 1 stage point. At least we've got a long run to go here to finish, as there are a lot of people not pitting. We're going to pit because we need repairs. It's going to put us at the back of the field, but I think once everything cycles around, I think we're actually going to be in good shape. Coughlin, Briscoe, Truex, Rhodes, Cindric, lots of chasers back here. So you would think we made about the right decision. We've got 12 laps to go in the race. Or 12 laps on fuel, 17 to go in the race. So everybody's going to need to stop one more time. The key is those of us who are back here are going to stop later. So we need to really get on it. We're actually running at the back. As far back as we could possibly be. 32nd. So they're going to go 3 wide. We're going to go 3 wide. It's, well, Talladega is the next race, but we're going to try to race like it's Talladega right now. It's Cindric absolutely trying to wreck me. There you go. The rivals mode does work because Cindric absolutely decided, hey, you know what? I want to dump this guy. And he really, really tried. Didn't quite happen. And now we're going to pass both the BKR trucks. Working with Cindric around the outside and the inside of Peck there. In behind Cody Rhodes, he's clearly going to the front. We're just going to get in behind, or Ben Rhodes, excuse me. I don't know who Cody Rhodes is. I don't know why I called that name out. All right, we're going to go to the outside of Gillen and Clay Greenfield. Now in behind Jennifer Jo Cobb. I was going to say Jennifer Jo Cobb, and then I almost crashed off of David Gillen there. Oh, Rhodes going to the inside, but he's blocked, nowhere to go. And we're going to work around some of these slower trucks that have worked their way up into the mid-pack by staying out to the outside of Duzat, in behind Corbin Forrester. We're going to work through the center. Oh, Forrester really did not make that easy on me. The outside of Mills, and we break through that pack of trucks, which I'm quite happy to say we did, because now we can start focusing on some of these faster trucks up here. Creason, Chavis, quite a few other trucks in the mix up here. Obviously, this is the rest of the trucks that we need to pass to win the race. And obviously, if we can do it before they need to pit, that just means that, hey, oh, there's a yellow. So that is going to even everything up. That is going to even everything up. Thankfully, we don't need to repair the truck, so 4 tires, 2 cans of fuel should get us to the end here. 21st place, right about where we left off. I think a few people stayed out, including, I think, Austin Cindric up there. That's interesting. Don't tell me I didn't need to pit. Well, I pitted, and I've got 1 extra lap of fuel, so those guys may have just gotten screwed, I suspect. The guys who stayed out on that one, that was a mistake. And there was a lot of chasers who did that. But regardless, we can't worry about the mistakes of others. We got to worry about the execution of ourselves here. As we work our way around a lot of the slower trucks here. Grand Enfinger, a chaser. We need to get around him for sure. A win would be great. Again, a win is what we need, not only for the chase, but less importantly, to get a team contract, an incentive contract, of which we have accomplished 0 at the moment. As we get in behind Regan Smith here, Enfinger falling behind, so that's a good thing. As we work our way through the center of the corner, really getting good runs here, so this is confidence instilling. As Crafton is going to be the next chaser we're going to pass, and then it's going to be up to Noah Gregson. Working our way to the outside of Ross Chastain. Trying to get around, then it's up to Bell. Briscoe. Gregson, I think, is up, or not Gregson. One of the other KVM trucks is up there. Oh, I got it to Ross Chastain. Somehow managed to not wreck him there. 3 wide to the outside of Timmy Hill. Or Austin Hill. Oh, there we go. We're in trouble. It's the big one. Ah, no, that is not what I wanted to do. I just screwed myself royally there. You know, we're going to need to repair the truck. Not going to take any fuel on in the interest of lightness. Cindric, Rhodes, Truex, Snyder, Briscoe. Lots of chasers back here, which is at least a good thing from my perspective of thinking championship. I think that was Christopher Bell again, involved in that one, getting me sideways and ultimately in the wall. So we're back to racing. Oh, I thought that bottom lane had a truck that was slow in it. But we don't want a goose egg. We don't want to be the last truck. We have to work our magic here in turn 3. I think we can. There's a lot of slow trucks, or fast trucks getting held up by slow trucks here. Corbin Forrester trying to block my progress. We're going to go 4 wide. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. 4 laps to go. We fall all the way back to last once again. We're going to have to reset ourselves. Try to work around the outside once again. This time it's a little bit more sane because we got only 2 trucks wide down below. Spencer Boyd was taking no crap there, though, and he decided, hey, you know what, I'm going to put him in the wall. We've got to somehow get past Snyder. So you know what, instead, I'm just going to give him a bump draft. All right, helped you out, Snyder. You want to stop hating me now? We work around Greenfield. Cindric, we know, doesn't like us. In fact, neither does Snyder. These 2 trucks are 2 trucks I don't want to be 3 wide with, but we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it. Snyder trying to wreck me off the corner. I'm not going to take that. Lying down. Oh, he'll put me up in the wall. I'm going to send Cody Coughlin off into the turn. We're going to give him another shot. Just absolutely tandeming with Cody Coughlin off of turn 4, and he gets slowed up by Mills. 2 laps remaining in the race. And we are not in a position to win it, obviously. But we are at least ahead of a lot of chasers. That's what we need to be doing. Coming to 1 lap to go. Ah, Coughlin sitting in the middle of the track. Not where I needed him to be. Get around Young. Okay, here we go. Passing Young. Crossing the line. 1 lap to go. Nemechek, Quaffle, Friesen. None of those guys are chasers. Looks like it's not Crafton leading, is it? I don't think it is. Maybe Bell leading, and if Bell wins this, I'll be quite upset because he crashed me all the way to victory. If that's the case, is Coughlin trying to get around me? Not going to happen. We'll get around Nemechek. Don't hit the apron too much there, David. And we're actually going to work around the outside of Quaffle, and that's going to be appropriate if we can get this position from Quaffle, which I think we will. 13th. Ay, ay, ay. So 13th, not a good run for us, but again, you can see A lot of chasers behind us, so that's something that gives me some confidence. Bell won, of course he did. So Bell will be locked into the next round. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's take a look at the payout, which is not going to be that great. And also, we pretty much screwed our incentive contract. Oh, well, we won't get that ever. Okay, so points. We're still fourth. Bell advances. Infinger second. In fact, we really actually gained a position, considering that... Well, no, we didn't, because Bell was ahead of us anyway. Well, okay, we maintained our position. We're only 4 points behind Rhodes, heading into Dega. So let's head back to the race shop, see if there's anything else to take a look at. So here we go. Moving on to Talladega. The Fred's Pharmacy 250, an elimination race. And hey, you know what? Just to up the difficulty, to add to the excitement, we're doing a 50% race. Leave a like on this video, leave me a comment if you're excited for Dega, and we'll see you at Dega.